At their Thursday morning wake-up, the astronauts on board Space Shuttle Discovery neared the halfway point of their mission, looking forward to the second of 3 spacewalks to conduct repairs and upgrades to the Hubble Space Telescope. Tuesday's replacement of Hubble's 6 gyroscopes, restoring its ability to point precisely at astronomical targets, was just the first step. A second set of astronauts would now give the telescope a new computer brain. Mission specialist Mike Foale took his place in the foot restraint on the end of the robot arm, and arm operator Jean-Francois Clairvoy maneuvered him into place to open the door to the instrument bay containing Hubble's main computer, an outdated model designed in the 1970s, which was launched on the telescope in 1990. After disconnecting power and data cables, Foale unbolted the old computer, lifted it out of the telescope, and handed it off to his partner, Claude Nicollier. While Nicollier dropped off the old computer, Foale installed converters on the ends of the cables in the telescope so they would fit the new computer. Nicollier returned with that new unit, containing 6 times the memory of the old one and able to process data 20 times faster, and handed it over to Foale, who bolted it into place, connected the power and data cables, and reported his progress to mission specialist John Grunsfeld.
P6 is connected.
Copy P6. P4 to go.
Negative, John. I now have all connections made. J1, J3, J4, J6, J7, J5, J2. It's P1 A and P2A on top.
Most excellent. The brains of Hubble have been replaced.
Foale took still and video images of the new computer for the benefit of project scientists and flight controllers, and completed the job by first closing and bolting the door to the instrument bay, and then installing on that door a new outer blanket layer, additional insulation to protect the panel from the harsh temperature and light conditions of space. As he finished, spacecraft communicator Steve Robinson relayed good news from Hubble's flight controllers.
We'd like to congratulate you. The payload's community reports a good 486 aliveness test. Hubble not only has new brains, it's thinking.
Oh, I'm glad to hear that. Thank you, Houston.
Well, that's terrific news, and I guess all 1,000 gold pins work.
While the astronauts inside the shuttle rotated the flight support system to turn the new work site toward the crew cabin, Foale and Nicollier prepared for the second major task of the spacewalk, replacement of one of Hubble's fine guidance sensors. The 3 fine guidance sensors, installed at 90-degree intervals around the middle of the telescope, are optical sensors that help point Hubble at its targets. With Nicollier now on the arm and Foale free-floating, the spacewalkers undid the restraints holding the component in place inside the telescope, and Nicollier attached a handle to the FGS to improve his ability to maneuver the box, which is roughly the size of a grand piano. On the shuttle's flight deck, Clairvoy moved the robot arm back, pulling Nicollier away from the telescope and withdrawing the fine guidance sensor from its berth along a set of rails. Once the large box came free of the rails, Nicollier held it away from contact with any other items as Clairvoy maneuvered him toward the shuttle's port sill. Very slowly, the arm carried Nicollier into the proper location where he secured the old FGS. The arm then moved Nicollier into place to attach another special handle to the new fine guidance sensor, which was still in its protective case. Then Clairvoy commanded the robotic arm to carry Nicollier into position to install the new FGS. With Foale providing directions, Clairvoy drove the arm in toward the side of Hubble, bringing Nicollier and his cargo close to their target. After ensuring that both sides were properly aligned in their rails, the 2 astronauts slid the new fine guidance sensor into place. After reconnecting cables, removing the handle, and closing the doors, Nicollier was moved to the port sill to pick up the old FGS and stow it for return to Earth. With ground controllers confirming proper installation of the new fine guidance sensor, Foale and Nicollier cleaned up the payload bay and ended their 8-hour, 10-minute excursion. Their crewmates, Grunsfeld and Steve Smith, are to conduct the 3rd spacewalk of the mission Friday, before the Hubble Space Telescope is returned to its mission of exploring our universe.
We have a good image. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
And this unique camera angle is basically looking over the shoulder of Mike Foale as he begins the process of opening the door. This is Bay 1, again, just above and to the right of the location where the rate sensor units were changed yesterday.
Get to the right.
2 feet.
Inside, behind that door, is the Hubble Space Telescope's computer. And not seen since December of 1993, when a coprocessor was added to the existing computer on the first servicing mission.
Both ends verified secure. 1, 5 turns.
2, 3, 4, 5.
And as the door opens, keep an eye on what's inside if you can.
One.
And there's going to be no PRT changes.
2. That's enough down. And stop the out.
Down, stop the out.
Good.
5 of 6 bolts, Claude.
Okay. So we leave the port aft engaged.
Correct. And Mike, get the door stay shut.
Okay, Steve, I'd like to have a go-ahead with disconnecting.
Houston Discovery, want to verify we're a go for 224 connector demate.
And you have a go for 224 connector demate.
I copy, Steve. Okay.
1 inch to the cabin and touching the box.
Okay, clear now. Okay, P3 is disconnected. And the fins are in good condition.
Okay, we copy. All the connectors have been removed from the 224 and all the pins look good.
That's good, Steve.
Okay, I got to translate on the other side of the arm on your right side. Right.
I copy. Jean-François, he will take me, as you could. You need to transfer first before I move.
Copy, and the sun's going down.
Good. Can I move the arm out so I can move it?
You can move it out without a problem.
Okay. Jean-François, nice and slow. Take me out from the telescope.
Out, nice and slow.
About 5 feet.
About 5 feet.
That's good.
And Claude, solar rays about 2 or 3 feet above your head, so you need to stay low.
Okay,
Get over the arm, that we would appreciate it. Thank you, sir.
Thank you.
And Mike Foale is now basically disconnecting the bolts that are holding the entire computer to the work site.
Down
all of the connectors have been demated or disconnected from the computer. And as Foale was disconnecting each one, he would take a hard look at them to make sure that the pins were in good shape, as those connectors will be mated to the new computer in an identical fashion, only in reverse of what he's doing now.
6 inches. I have about 1 foot turn to the 68 inches on that. 6 inches. I have the DF22 still in my hands. Okay. It seems to be free. It is free. I think we need to move out a little bit more. I can tell. Jean-Francois, if you could bring us out from the telescope, roughly 4 feet. 4 feet out. Out.
And there it is, Mike Foale now pulling the old computer out of the telescope at the 1 hour, 9 minute mark of the spacewalk.
I have it. Verify secure on the side of the computer, also on the stand. Okay, you have the DF224. I have the 224. John, do I have a go to close out the door?
Yes, you do. Release the door stay, and PRT should be set A3 clockwise 10.
Okay, the door stays released.
And just a heads up, if it's like phase 2 and 3, you may have to push rather hard to get that first J-bolt over.
I copy.
John Grunsfeld lending his expertise in what he experienced yesterday in 2 other work sites.
Okay, Jean-Francois, can you take me to my right, please, about 1 foot, and in 1 foot?
Okay, in and right 1 foot.
That's correct.
Beautiful view of Mike Foale's reflection in the telescope as he prepares now to close out that work site.
And stop the end. Bring me down 2 feet. 1 foot.
Down 1 foot.
Continue. Stop. You want to come up? I'm going to start on the top left corner this time.
Top left corner first.
Yeah. Slowly now. I have about 4 feet to the other. Yeah. Stop you up. Bring me straight into the telescope.
Straight in. Sunset in 2 minutes.
Okay, thank you. Forward latch is closed.
Copy forward latch.
Stop the end.
Stop the end.
Take me to my left. 8 inches, please, Jean-Francois.
8 inches.
Yep. Stop. I'm on my way, Mike. Okay.
Mike and Claude, we're rotating the telescope.
And the Hubble Space Telescope rotation, 90-degree rotation, is underway. Again, this is to present the next work site facing toward the crew compartment so that it is within reach of the shuttle's robotic arm. With one of the 2 spacewalking astronauts there a moment ago at the bottom of the telescope, it served as a very good reference for the size of the telescope, as it stands about 4 stories out of Discovery's payload bay.
Just got enough friction between the material and the handrail, so they will slide very easily.
you also see what I was talking about, that the Velcro would overlap?
Yes. But it's adequate. It's enough. For today.
Spacewalk by Mike Foale and Claude Nicollier now 4 hours and 7 minutes in duration. At present, Nicollier is attaching the handhold that, or they're demating the connectors in preparation for attaching the handhold that will assist him in pulling the fine guidance sensor out of the telescope. The fine guidance sensor that will be installed in the telescope is one that was refurbished, was actually returned to Earth from the last servicing mission to the Hubble Space Telescope. It's now been refurbished and is patiently awaiting to be installed in the telescope in place of this fine guidance sensor once it's removed.
If you had just a smaller bundle than his, I could use what I was planning to use.
Well, if Mr. Harmar is in mission control, he'll be happy Mike used that technique.
Yes, I'm grateful to Greg Harmar for briefing me on that. So first I take me out 1 foot.
Out 1 foot.
And this is a very nice close-up view right over the shoulder of Claude Nicollier as he now has attached the handhold to the fine guidance sensor. All of the connectors now have been removed. The grounding straps have been removed as well.
I'm ready to go.
At the controller, it's Alpha 4. At the same time going out.
Very nice, Claude. Very nice. Remember there's a mirror on the end. Okay. Continue up and out.
Up and out.
Very nice, Claude. Really smooth. Very good. Absolutely straight. Just perfect. Absolutely perfect. A little more up, no problem.
Moving up.
About 2 more inches up.
2 more inches up.
Just perfect. It's absolutely level. I'm about 3 foot cleared now with the mirror. Okay. On the telescope. 4 foot.
Okay, now why don't you keep an eye on Claude here. Claude, you have a go for mass handling?
Okay. Claude, you moved that so well, I don't believe you need to do this. I'll lead 1 more foot aft, so you continue the rest of the motion.
1 more foot aft.
Correct. About 1 foot. The continual motion plus aft.
Copy. 1 more foot aft.
No more aft now, continue the more aft.
This is it.
And ratchet counterclockwise.
Correct. Mike, you can check the on-orbit lid latch there while you pass it.
Okay. Actually, I have the straps in my mini watch there.
Okay, boot plate back to 0.
Okay. Okay, Claude. I need you to come about 3 feet aft. Okay. Chauffe-toi slowly 3 feet aft. 3 feet aft. Continue.
5 hours, 14 minutes into the spacewalk now. We're looking at Mike Foale with the broken red stripe on the pant legs of his suit on the left, and Claude Nicollier with the broken dashed red stripe on the pant legs of his suit and the foot restraint on the end of the shuttle's robot arm. Presenting the forward portion of the fine guidance sensor to his colleague Mike Foale. Claude Nicollier will then very carefully install the new fine guidance sensor on the rails, and that will then slide into place into the Hubble Space Telescope.
Keep moving up.
Another step. Stop the arm. Stop. quad. And that's put you up or down to get over that. Up. I think we're on the AFD then. Okay, we're past it. We're past it. We're past it. Clear. No, that's good, it's very good, yeah, I know. Yeah. We've got it. We got it, yeah. Okay, you have it. You have the rest of it. Yeah.
Great job, guys.
Yeah, I think it was a yaw problem. And just hard to see. Yeah. How take me back to the middle?
Back to the 7.
I think we'll continue the normal way now. Do you agree? I concur, yeah. Okay.
Knew about 16. More phone calls, close?
No, that's good.
Okay, Mike, verify on all 3 latches. You turn the little pin thing too.
That's affirmative speed. 3 latches are closed and pins are engaged on each of them.
Okay, let's go back to do the HSTPFR.
Okay, I'm on my way.
Look at that.
Hey, Claude, if you could use the F5 for a moment, that would be good. Okay, I will.
In the 17th century, dramatically improved the view of the heavens from Earth. But there was still a problem with getting a clear view of the stars.
And that is the atmosphere itself causes twinkling of